Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my second look with the Mystic Petals palette from NYX. The first time I used the top row, and this time I'm using the bottom row to create this eye look. It gets a little, I feel like it gets a little messy in the middle there, but this is the final look, so it works out well. So if you guys would like to see how I created this eyeshadow look, then just keep watching. All right, before I start doing the eye look, I'm just gonna show you guys what I got from Sephora. Yesterday was the first time that I've gotten to go into the mall since Christmas, so it's been like 2 months. Everything has been shut down in lockdown, but we have come out now just with really strong, strict rules going on, but got to go in to Sephora. So excited. So I will show you what I got. So the first thing that I got the Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I got the mini. We're supposedly getting most of her line there in the upcoming months, I think. I'm so excited. It's easier to just, for me, I prefer just to go in store and look at things close up because it's hard online, especially when you're spending money on stuff and it's got a higher price tag. So I got it in the shade 4.5. It's a little bit more tan, and I wanted to match it to my skin tone when I have self-tanner on. Some of the foundations that I've picked up, I'm matching it to my skin tone when I don't have any tan, and I just want to have like life and freshness to my skin, and it just doesn't give me the vibe I want. So I got it in the shade 4.5. And the next thing that I picked up, I've had this in my Sephora cart forever, probably since it's come out. I keep looking at it and like, do I want it? I don't know. Having a lot of neutral palettes, but I was watching Lisa Duncan's channel the other day, and she had picked up this palette. She's the first person that I've seen to talk about the palettes, so I'll link her channel because I'm sure she'll have a look up with the eyeshadow palette before I do, because I'm just showing this to you now. This video is probably going to come out in a month, so by the time I get an eye look out with this palette, it'll be a while. Anyways, so I picked up the Madison Beer palette. I love Madison Beer. I love her. I have been listening to her since before she came on the radio, like I Won't Let You Walk Away. Look up that song, like Say It to My Face, songs that she had released before she became successful, and I think she's so gorgeous and so talented. So I was sold on her palette just because it's her. And it's Morphe. It's a really affordable palette. It was $28 Canadian. I have not opened this up, so I'll give you guys a little look see. They look beautiful. They look really stunning. You got some warmth in there, and then you have a little bit of cooler tones. So I'll probably do a few looks with this palette in one video instead of just one. So channel surfing artistry palette. So excited to use it. Probably won't give you first impressions either, because I'll probably play with it very shortly. And with my points, I also picked up the Diorshow Pump and Volume HD mascara. I kind of just flicked it on my eyes yesterday. And is this waterproof? Squeezable mascara, instant XL volume lash multiplier. It looked really good, and I just kind of put just a touch on, but the wand is really cool. It looks like plasticky. And yeah, I can't wait to try this out for real and not just flick it on my eyes. Alright, so now let's get into the eyeshadow look. So I'm going to start off with the darkest shade in the palette on this top row, bottom row, top row right here, which is like a dark charcoal brown color, and I'm just going to use my little rounded tipped brush, and then I'm going to take, so I had a little bit of packaging from another palette, and I just cut a little square out. Careful not to stab yourself with it, but I'm going to use it as a guide and just to kind of catch any fallout. So I'm going to try going for a straighter look today as opposed to going up. So I'm just going to take a little bit on here and bring it out. Just going to bring it out into a V. And I have not worn makeup in like a week, probably since I did my last video. It's just been so cold. I don't know why you can't wear makeup when it's cold, but when it is minus 40 Celsius, you're just like, you're not really wanting to do much. And I had 2 of my boys' birthdays to plan. We went sledding in the freezing cold and just had a fire outside. Like, it was freezing, but we made do, and the boys had a lot of fun. So I'll just fill in that gap right there. And I'm gonna blend this out after too. Now I'm just gonna take my Milani bronzer because there's no really neutral transition color in the palette, and just a fluffy brush, and just start to blend it through on the outer corner and drag it up onto my brow bone. I feel terrible for Texas and all the states that are not used to having snow, and they're having snow right now. It's crazy. They're not prepared for it, and it's what we deal with 6 months, 7 months of the year. But when you are a climate that is not used to that, it can be pretty devastating and so dangerous to drive in if you can't have your roads plowed and salted. So I just feel so terrible, like, with all that going on over there in the States. Just because you know how bad it is, and if it wasn't being cleared and taken care of, oh. Now I'm going to take the same little round brush again and go in with this deep turquoise blue color. And I'm just going to kind of place it again where I was placing the dark brown. But I'm just going to stick to the corner and not go out on the wing. I was watching this TikTok, and it was like talking about Gen Z, Gen X, Millennial. I sometimes, like, the way they place the birthdays, I'm in the Millennial category, but I feel like I'm more Gen X. Like, when I relate to things, it's more Gen X, some Millennial stuff. But it was just talking about, like, the color. Like I said, turquoise, and like there's different terms for it, and if you're a Gen Z, Gen X, Millennial, whatever, like, you have different terms for the color turquoise. And all of the TikToks of the girls who are Gen Z, and they're talking about millennials wearing skinny jeans and their side part. I never wore a side part. Like, maybe if I had a little bit of bangs that I was trying to grow, but I always wore a middle part. And I've been wearing like wide leg, not skinny jeans for like the past 4 or 5 years. I'm going back to skinny jeans. They are comfortable and I love the way they look with an oversized shirt. So millennials, don't let any Gen Zs tell you you can't wear skinny jeans. It's so funny. Like, growing up, I always admired older women, like, not older women, but women who were older than me. I always admired their style, their clothes, their fashion, their hair, their makeup. I was never like thinking I was so stylish when I was like in my teens or early 20s. I was always looking up to the older women, and I still do. Like, with the channels that I watch, I just gravitate towards, like, I love watching the younger girls too, because they're bringing out trendy things and fresh things, and they just have a young, fresh energy. But I just admire, like, women who are still wanting to do their hair and makeup, and just, we always want to. And like, I feel like as we get older, it's kind of like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just blabbing on. Anyways, I want to wear more skinny jeans. I need higher waisted ones. The ones that I have are a little bit more mid-rise, and I'd like higher waisted skinny jeans. Alright, I'm just gonna give my little flat brush here a little light spritz of the Dewy Finishing Setting Spray, and then I'm gonna go in to this shimmery blue tone, and I'm just gonna start patting that on my lid. So I moved my mirror because I'm just always going out of view looking at my mirror, so I'm going to try this side now and see if it works a little bit better. I'm going to take my Milani bronzer again and a fluffy brush and just blend it through my brow bone. Just kind of blend it through the crease a bit. I'm going to go in to the darkest color again and use a flat brush because it's just looking a little bit patchy, so I just want to add a little bit more pigment to it. So I'm just wiping off the excess shadow, and then I'm going to go in with this little flat brush again and into this kind of shimmery, deep purple mauve color. And I'm just going to drag it underneath my eye. I don't know where to sit. Gotta angle my mirror up. And I'm just going to stick to the outer corner. All right, now I'm just going to take my finger and this gold color, and I'm just going to pat that in the middle of my eye. I'm gonna attempt a little bit of liquid liner on camera. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna use the Kat Von D waterproof liquid eyeliner, and I want to go straight out as well with the liner as opposed to up. And I'm not gonna make it too thick. Just gonna keep it simple, and just at the end. I'm not going to drag it right across because then who knows what could happen there. Could end up with a really thick line. So I just put a little bit of mascara on the ends of my eyes. I had a little bit of trouble working with that darker color. Dark mattes are kind of a little bit more, they're a little harder to work with. They can be a little patchy unless you get a really creamy, beautiful matte. But I made it work. I really like the shape that it gave my eyes, just going directly out instead of up. I think this works really well with hooded eyes as well. I think as well. I don't think this is what you're supposed to do with hooded eyes, is to go directly out. So works really nice with deep set eyes. Just makes the eyes look bigger and more elongated, and I'm finding that they look less downturned too. I'm not fighting the shape of my eye by trying to go up. Just going out is giving them a nice shape as well. So just try doing that with your darkest color, creating a small little V on the outer corner, and you can just blend it through. You don't have to use a color this dark. I'm going to try again with some lighter taupes and browns next time and see how that works, and it gives you a nice guide as well for your liquid liner to go out, and gives you a little bit of playroom there without it, you don't have to worry about it being too perfect. So yeah, this is the final look. I wish you could see, it's a lot more blue in person, but really pretty. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again soon. Alright, I'm going to show you guys in the natural light how the eyeshadow looks. I always find it looks nicer in the natural light, and you can see the true colors better. I like the way this eye turned out better than this eye because I feel like this eye is a little bit more hooded, and